What happens when you completely stop eating after 6 p.m.? The answer might completely change the way you think about food forever. Because here's the truth. You could be eating the cleanest, healthiest food on the planet, zero sugar, zero junk, and still be wrecking your metabolism, destroying your sleep, and accelerating your aging every single night. And the craziest part? Millions of people have absolutely no idea this is happening to them. Here's what almost nobody in the nutrition world wants to admit. Everyone is laser-focused on what goes on the plate. Organic this, grass-fed that, no gluten, no processed carbs. And meanwhile, the single most powerful lever you have for your health has nothing to do with any of that. It has everything to do with the clock on the wall. Because food is not just fuel. Every bite you take is a signal, a biological message. And your body reads that message completely differently depending on what time it arrives. Eat at noon and your body hears, daytime, active, burn it, use it. Eat at 9 p.m. and your body hears something else entirely. And that message is doing quiet, compounding damage you won't feel until it's already years deep. Here's what's supposed to happen the moment the sun goes down. Your body shifts gears. It stops being a machine built for digesting and starts becoming a machine built for repairing. And the most critical repair process your body wants to run at night has a name: autophagy. Picture it as your body's internal cleanup crew working the night shift while you sleep. It hunts down damaged, broken mitochondria, the tiny power generators living inside every single one of your cells, and it dismantles them and rebuilds them into healthy, functioning ones. Now, why does that matter so much? Because damaged mitochondria are not just some minor inconvenience. Research connects them to virtually every major chronic disease we know of. Inflammation, metabolic breakdown, accelerated aging, it all traces back to that cellular damage quietly accumulating over years and decades. Autophagy is the process that stops the accumulation. And it only activates under one very specific condition. Insulin has to be low. That's exactly where everything falls apart for most people. The moment you eat anything at all, even the cleanest food on earth, insulin rises. And the instant insulin rises, autophagy shuts down completely. Your body drops the repair tools and pivots back to processing food. So every single night you eat past 6 p.m., you are locking the cleanup crew out of the building right at the moment they were supposed to start work. One late meal doesn't just cost you one night of recovery. It costs you compounding cellular repair across weeks, months, and years. That is the difference between a body that ages slowly and gracefully and one that quietly breaks down long before it should. And it doesn't stop at the cellular level. The damage ripples outward in ways you feel every single day without ever connecting them back to that bowl of cereal or those crackers you ate at 10 p.m. the night before. Start with your sleep. Most people think poor sleep is just bad luck, genetics, stress, a busy mind. But late-night eating is one of the most direct and underappreciated destroyers of sleep quality there is. When you eat past 6, you suppress melatonin, the hormone your brain uses to drag you into deep, restorative sleep. Your digestion is running hot, your blood sugar is swinging, and instead of sliding into the deep repair cycles your body desperately needs, you're lying there in a shallow, restless half-sleep. You wake up groggy. You wake up puffy. You wake up feeling like you never actually rested at all, because in the ways that matter most, you didn't. Then there's cortisol. Your stress hormone is supposed to hit its absolute lowest point around 2 a.m. That is by design. Your body uses that window of low cortisol to regulate, reset, and prepare your hormonal system for the day ahead. But eating late at night spikes cortisol at exactly the wrong moment. And when cortisol is elevated through the night instead of bottomed out, it scrambles your blood sugar the next morning. You wake up already behind. Your energy crashes before noon. You reach for sugar. You reach for caffeine. You fight cravings all day long. And most people never trace that battle back to the meal they ate 4 hours before bed. And here's the part that will genuinely surprise you. Most of the time, you are not even hungry when this happens. Real hunger and what you feel after dinner are two completely different things operating through completely different systems. What you are experiencing at 9 p.m. when you find yourself standing in front of the open refrigerator, That is dopamine hunger. Dopamine is your brain's craving and reward signal. And when you are tired, stressed, or bored, it fires anyway. It does not care that you had a full dinner 2 hours ago. It is not asking for steak or vegetables. It is asking for something sweet, something crunchy, something engineered to light up the exact same reward pathway over and over again. That is not a willpower failure. That is a neurological hijack. And understanding that distinction is the first step to actually breaking the cycle for good. Drop a comment right now. I'm starting the 6 p.m. rule tonight. Tag someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe, because we're dropping more of these every single week.